Imagine being able to tip your favorite live streamer with crypto, and every tip went straight into their wallet in real time. Now imagine they could also return the favor. Streamers can now highlight participants, run games and competitions, and reward their audience in real time, live in chat. Tip live, get rewarded instantly. Only on Lunar Pump. Visit lunarpump.fun. Live streaming has truly gone Web3.
What is going on, everyone? I am DeFi Sean. That is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pixel himself. And you were watching, I guess, an episode of Let's Talk Lunar Pump. It's been a while since we kind of had an impromptu episode. But since Infineon Friday and Moon Mondays, we're always talking about Infineon or more so Lunar Pump. Wanted to kind of take this episode to actually talk about what we think is going to be the hottest game show to ever hit the crypto market, and something that will hopefully bring tons of attention to the Lunar Pump Fund platform, and more importantly, the streaming part of that Lunar Pump Fund platform. But yeah, Mr. P, how's your Wednesday?
Yeah, let's talk Lunar Pump, but not so much Lunar Pump. We'll talk a little bit. But yeah, about the game show, I'm excited for it, dude. It's an awesome thing to be building out and creating here in the background. You know, the possibility of it, reaching a kind of a niche audience here. The ultimate goal, of course, for Lunar Pump is to get that 1%. Obviously, that's always the most difficult part, getting from the 0 to the 1. But after that, it gets much easier from the 1 to the 2 and so on. So, we're trying to come up with ways to, innovate in the market and just add something new that might just get us from the 0 to the 1, just to get us going, and tap into metas when they appear. Try to add features to the platform that benefit those metas, that might add another little, even fraction of a percent of people coming over. So whatever it is, that's kind of what we're trying to do here. I think game shows is a great thing, and those features that you saw in that opening commercial there, that's that the tipping feature, of course, and then the highlighting participants and things like that. Like we said last time, we're going to be adding more things that it will allow, gaming functionality that will allow, any streamer to be able to use that feature and utilize these mini game shows to be able to have that level of interactivity with the audience. So the idea behind this is not just to, I guess, do something to always bring everybody to market, but just to show people what's possible utilizing the features that we're implementing on the platform and trying to innovate and do some different things, right? And that's the thing too, we do this, we'll continue to do this, we'll think of other ideas, and that's why we're always looking to the audience, to the communities for feedback and whatever else that because you get so much good feedback from communities, from people in there using it. So this is hopefully to show people what can be possible and just let the creativity roll at that point, and just sit back and watch what people do and pick from that, and then add features to benefit those things. So, any all ideas, super important, super welcome.
Yep, exactly. I see Titan, I see Chunk. You guys are going and looking, and you're watching the live stream. I think we're up to 11 participants in the live stream, 33 on the YouTube side. But everyone that's in the live stream on Lunar Pump Fund, how's it looking? Go ahead and type in the chat. Let us know. Is it running smoothly? I don't have the live stream actually playing on Lunar Pump when I'm broadcasting, because there's a little lag between StreamYard and so it really throws me off. So I'm viewing the chat, but I don't have the video playing. But yeah, just wanted to make sure it's running good. Let us know, Titan, Chuck, whoever else is in the chat. That's just the first two names I saw. If you haven't created your Crypto Nights in there, let us know. If you haven't created your profile with your username, I still got to add my picture. So can't be lecturing people too much about not getting stuff done when I don't even have my picture yet. Promise I'll do that as soon as I'm done. See Adam's in there. But yeah, guys, let us know in the chat. Let me see, because we're still having to refresh a little bit. I said by Friday, everything should be up and working perfectly. Yep. I just had to refresh.
I got to reconnect my wallet here again. I'm getting connected here now.
Yep. Oh, we got a tip for not being late, which today was kind of an impromptu episode-ish. We technically had a start time, but it was very impromptu. So it couldn't really be too late on this one.
All right. That could be our first tip. Who just went down in history? Tell me. I want to know.
I think it was Titan. Yep.
Titan. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep. But yeah, the chat's working good. I love the tip. Again, it's something that no one else is doing. At least in vice versa, to where the streamer can tip the audience, which is cool. Obviously on YouTube and on TikTok, you as the audience could tip the streamer or the influencer, but he can't tip you back, which is going to be a really cool way when we do our game show to be able to tip and pay out prizes instantly. You don't have to worry about prize hunters and stuff, and people in the chat that want don't have to worry about sending us DMs or hunting us down. It'll all be done via the tipping feature, which is really cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, Frank, get over there, brother. Whenever you get a minute, get over there and set it up. Yeah, and appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. And anybody else that's watching as well around. We're up to like 50 viewers here on YouTube and across X and Twitch. We're encouraging anybody that wants to get involved. Are we giving out tips today, Sean? I don't know. Maybe. You'll only know if you go over and set up an account. But,
yeah, I have a few dollars in a wallet. I can send out some tips or two.
All right, cool.
Let's see. Tell you what, Frank Fox, go ahead and Frank Fox, set up your profile on Lunar Pump, and I'll shoot you a $5 tip. But you have to message us over in the chat once it's done.
I like it. All right, awesome.
But yeah.
And anybody else? Get over there.
I had to laugh at that one a little bit. Yes, he did, per usual. I don't even know what happened. I mean, it was like a year ago now. Some kind of way he slipped through the cracks. He got his tokens, but he never got his NFT. But
he got it in the end anyway. Now. He got it in the end. For anybody that was worried, don't you worry.
I think Matt shot him one. I gifted all my NFTs away a long time ago. So like the project itself has no NFTs, but I think Matt sent him one. So yeah, Matt was there for the win.
Matt in for the win. Yes, you can do it on your phone, Fox. Yes, sir. No problem at all. And everybody that's watching, this is just a super chill session. Sorry, Sean, I didn't mean to cut you off. This is just total impromptu. Oh yeah, we're just chilling, shooting the shit, talking with the community, helping people get over and set up their accounts. You know, we want to engage with the audience here. We're gonna give a rundown of what Sean was talking about earlier, of course, the game show and stuff too. But you know, we're just in here to kind of hang out for a minute and engage and ramp this up. We want to do this a little bit more too as we move forward and just bring that level of entertainment and just keep using this as a vehicle to bring more people to the platform and, get this thing rolling.
Yeah, we, exactly. Sorry. My voice is cracking or I'm coughing. My kids are sick and they got me sick. So yeah, dealing with all that fun stuff. But yeah, we're just going to hang out. We are going to talk about the game show and go into more detail about exactly how it's going to work. Currently, it is called Code Name Saul. Now, that isn't the actual name. Probably a week prior. It's not that we're trying to hide the name. We just don't want to give it out too early. I will say we are planning to go live in about 2 weeks, but we're not giving that exact date until we know everything's built exactly how we need it. We need to finish up the tipping, which is here, the chat. We need to make sure it's all running perfectly and smoothly. We're also adding the after bonding trading. We want that integrated before we go live with the game show, which you'll find out why a little bit later on. And then also the different LP pools. So we're adding the LP pool so that everyone can go ahead and get that 1% rewards after they bond, which I know was a big request from people that want to launch tokens so that once it bonds, they can get that 1% when it goes over Radium. And of course, our platform will get a small fee of that 1%. It's not going to be crazy. We don't want to take money from the projects to any kind of crazy extent. But that's, again, another revenue source. So we're going to have – let's talk about it, Mr. Pick. So we have the volume fee. We have the bonding fee. We have the tip fee. We are going to have the after bonding fee. And then we are going to have the LP pool fee. So we're going to be up to about 5 different revenue streams, which anyone, again, that's never done any research into these token platforms, they practically print money. If you're even semi-successful, like I said, 1% of what Pump Fund's doing, you're looking at 10 to 20K per day coming back to Lunar Pump, which would be more than enough funds for not only Lunar Pump, but for Infineon as well. So that's the ultimate goal. It's not that much. You're talking about $1 million in volume a day, which sounds crazy or sounds like a lot, but it's not. Pump Fund does anywhere from $100 to $200 million in volume per day, sometimes even higher than that. So the volume is in fact there. Yeah,
and as we saw with Let's Bonk, they were able to, take a shot at the king for a while, and they held strong. They beat him in volume over a month for a month
Yep,
there, right? At one point, so it's
it was a
doable.
full month. I want to say they were even at one point. I want to say they right now. Last time I looked, I want to say they were averaging about 14 million dollars a day in volume or something like that. It was somewhere around there.
Crazy.
So
But
that
yeah,
would be just for reference. Again, Les Bonk is a big project, but I mean that's
yep.
a lot of money. So we would get 2% of that. So yeah, per day. Now Les Bonk is one of the biggest cryptos on the market. So again, they have a built-in crowd already. So doing that much would be hard, at least in the beginning.
Yes.
But like we said, it's just a matter of getting there. What that's 280K a day in volume fees you're making, and that's not even including botting fees, because that's kind of you can't really
Or
calculate that
tips.
because it's unpredictable. Or tips, or after bonding fees,
Mhm.
or any of that. That's strictly the only one we can really go off of. That to give a real estimate of what things look like is the volume fee, because that's built in. If someone trades on the platform, we get that fee. They don't have to bond. They don't have to get off the platform. They don't have to tip. So that's kind of what we go off of. So theoretically, if you're doing $14 million in volume a day, easily that's over 300K per day when you throw in the rest of it. Easily.
Yeah, and you just think about that cycling throughout the ecosystem and all the great things we'll be able to do with that once you get it kind of on a more steady basis here, as far as marketing goes, as far as all everything else adding to the platform. Like, there's just so much that we have planned outside of what we're going to kind of talk about today. But before we get on to it, I just wanted to let people know, obviously, if you are going down to Lunar Pump today, in search of a big surprise, I couldn't help myself. But if you are going down to check it out, this is how it will be. This is what its functionality will be like ultimately when it's done. This is from a viewer's perspective. Some of this hasn't been implemented. Sometimes you need to refresh right now, but this week was just a rollout test where you can obviously highlight people and view their profiles. This is where you can come in and edit your own as well up here. Edit it, get your thing in, and get your bio in there if you like. It's connected to wallets, and you'll be able to add multiple wallets here also from a single account. And also then you have the ability, like we said, to tip the streamer. You'll be able to select one Solana. Shows right here if it's Solana or if it's your own personal token, which we have simulated one here called Bear. It'll be 000. I love the way it hits the 69 right there every time. 069. 100, or else it'll be $115 in Solana. And when you do it, you tip Sol, it pops up right here. You can see viewer tipped Moonbear 1 Sol, and it pops up here in the chat too also. But our big dog here that we really love about this, which lends itself to the game shows and all that stuff. And I got these toggles up here just for presentation purposes. These won't actually be there, but as a streamer, I'll turn on my live stream here. It's on, and then I have access to the live audience, everybody in the chat at that moment in time. And through that, I can select anybody here this way and just find them. Or else if I want to select them, like I see them here, I can just click it. It'll give me the same options. It'll bring me in. I have the option to mute, kick, or ban them. And then I also have the option to assign them as a participant. If I want to do some kind of competition, some game show, I can hit P1. And what that means basically is anytime that this person speaks, it will pop up here on screen. So basically anybody that's not watching the chat, maybe for example, and just watching the screen itself, they can follow along a little easier. They see what the specific person that I'm speaking with is saying. And, it also allows us to have this kind of game show thing, and people don't have to if a chat is super busy, it takes away from even the streamer themselves having to scroll through some chaos chat to try and find what this person they're trying to speak with is saying, right? So in order to do that, then you can just select one of these people, add this as participant 2, for example, add this for participant 3, and as you'll see, this shows in these little pills down here who the 3 participants are, and then anytime any of these people speak, it'll pop up right here in a little bubble. And you can run kind of your game show that way. And then you can of course, obviously one of our big things, if I go into this person, I got the option to tip them. So let's say I'll go 1 Solana for this person again, 115, 69, we'll tip them 1 Sol, and it pops up when it's coming from the streamer in yellow here. In gold, it's Moonbear tips Bear Bull 1 Sol, right? And you see there as well. We'll see once these pop up too. So that's another big thing that we're pushing at the moment. So we're encouraging people to get over there. We want to test this out as much as possible. And we got a lot of live streamers coming. And obviously this is what the game show that we're going to kind of dive into here soon is going to be all about, is a way to be able to utilize these features and show people kind of what's possible on that level. And like the big thing for me, Sean, is I'm just kind of excited to see how creative people get with these, even these small little features for now, you know. And we have lots more in the arsenal that we're going to be adding here, but as of Friday, all of this functionality should be looking exactly how it is right here. This week has just been like a little slight stress test and test out a few things. But
yeah, Paul in our chat was saying, or son of the Seahound, I should say, was saying wallet provider not found when he tried tipping. So Paul, I just tipped you and it went through fine. Now I'm the streamer. Can anyone else do a test tip to make sure that everything's good? Maybe Paul, disconnect your wallet, you know, clear everything, all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's working perfect on my end.
all right, well, yeah, let's try it out. Just do a quick test of like $1,000 or something, and that'll be fine, and we'll just let you know if it works.
Let you know if we got it.
But yeah, test it out. And again, anybody as well that's having any issues, there are some obviously formatting issues in places, and we're kind of, you know how it goes. You just got to comb through that stuff. And then you want to, you know, because different devices, different, you know, formats, ratios, phones, whatever. There's so many different variations. Now you got the folding phones, so like they have their own thing. So like it's just ironing all of those out at the moment. But if anybody does have any feedback based on any of the other functionality, like I said, what I just showed you now today, that's going to be all taken care of by Friday. But if there's anything else, and after the fact, any and all feedback, like we need it, we want it, the goal is to make the best product we can possibly make here, add as many awesome features to, you know, facilitate the community as possible. That's the goal, you know. So
yep, for sure. But I guess yeah, let's kind of get into it. We're at about 100 listeners between everything X, Lunar Pump, YouTube. So yeah, very good turnout for,
all right, nice,
for a very impromptu episode.
Appreciate you guys.
And like Mr. Pixel said, we are going to start doing this more often now that Lunar Pump is up and running. You know, more to talk about, more things to do, you know, streaming. We'll probably stream from this channel, from the Codename Soul. Soul, almost said the actual name of the game show. Again, not that it's a secret per se. You will know it before it airs, but we don't want to say it too early. But yeah, we got
to keep some things.
Yep. So, and but yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the game a little bit. So essentially, what's going to happen is with the first episode is going to be kind of my pick. I'm going to be talking to a couple of different people. I do want to find a good, solid project with a good, solid community to have them on for the first episode.
My vote's Captain B&B. I think we got to get Captain B&B.
Captain B&B is definitely coming. Not episode number 1, but they are definitely coming. We do have some pretty big people. We do have one big streamer in particular will probably come represent one of the tokens that he helps out. That'll probably be episode like 3 or 4. We're going to try to get Captain B&B episode 2-ish. But episode 1, we want to get a solid community. They're going to have a chance to win up to $1,000 for their community. We're also going to be giving out tips throughout the episode or at the end of the episode. Kind of all depends how we want to structure it. But the game's simple. As of right now, it's called Codename Saul. Best thing to do is keep Deal or No Deal in mind. So what's going to essentially happen is you're going to have me and the contestant on the stage. Very first thing that we're going to do, outside of giving them a couple minutes to talk about their project, because like I said, we want this to be an even better version of the old tired AMAs and roundtables. Because like I said, who even watches AMAs anymore, honestly? Let's kick it up a notch and really get people's attention. So, we'll give them a couple minutes. This isn't going to be a 10-minute segment with them talking about their project. A minute or two, give us the highlights, who you are, what your project is. Then they will move on to selecting their whale, which is going to be completely random. We're going to have 3 different whales ranging from your conservative to your business to your complete degen, who's Rico's my guy. And they'll either get one of those or they can land on a 4th option to have one of the 3 calling randomly throughout the episode. So the first time it might be the conservative one, then the degen one. It just kind of all depends. So I'll kind of let Mr. P take this part over and talk about Magnus, Dominic, and our guy Rico.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing. And shout out to Adam too. He's building a lot of this too on the background. Building out how this is all going to work and being able to control it and make it, seem like a real proper legit show. So building all that functionality out and making it like super interactive is one of the big things we're trying to create here. So yeah, and as Sean said, instead of the bankers, we're going to have whales, right? Whales call in and make the offers. And what we thought would be a great spin on it would be that all the whales have different traits and personalities and different offer styles, to be able to do that. So we're going to integrate AI into that, so where it would be able to take into account all the cases that are left, and then have a randomizer that dictates, depending on their personality or trait, that'll dictate what kind of an offer they would make. And of course, then we have the three different whales we're going to have to start out with here. First one is Magnus Vexmore. He's called the Vault. He's the most conservative whale in the pod. Magnus guards his treasure with old world caution, valuing safety over risk. His offers are steady, reserved, and rarely generous, but never reckless. If you're dealing with Magnus, expect patience, tradition, and a challenge to push for bigger gains. He's the banker who plays it safe, leaving you to decide if you'll follow his lead or risk it all. Right? So we're going to be sewing a lot of lore into this, and we're going to add more whales over time, then just to add that like extra randomized element to the game. And again, like I said, these are actually going to be calling in real time. And we're going to utilize AI. We're going to utilize like 11 Labs proper voice, and hopefully you'll be able to actually speak to them in real time. So that's something that we are working on, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm interested to see how that pans out. And then you have Dominic Selene, who's kind of the middle of the road guy, the whale of Wall Street. The rootless deal maker, Dominic is all business, sharp suit, sharper instincts. He embodies the high stakes world of finance, blending crypto opportunism with Wall Street grit. His offers are strategic and relentless, sometimes generous to lure you in, other times cutthroat to force your hand. He's here to remind players that in the markets, timing is everything. When the whale of Wall Street calls, the stakes just got real. Right, so he's going to be a more kind of a measured, like business style guy, kind of in between the other two, basically. And then we got Rico Riptide, Rico Moonshot, the wild card of the sea. Rico lives for the gamble, riding waves of hype and chaos straight to the moon or into the dust. His offers swing from absurdly generous to recklessly low, keeping everyone guessing. Loud, flashy, and unpredictable, Rico thrives on the thrill of risk. When the Moonshot whale is on the line, expect fireworks and pray you can ride the wave. So yeah, so there's our three whales right there, and this is how it will appear when they're calling. There's Magnus on the phone right there. There's Dominic. So we've been building out all these assets, obviously, and getting all this done. You can see our wallets in the background instead of cases. We got wallets, of course, keeping it in the crypto theme. There's Mike and Sean. Mike is the contestant there. Sean will be the host, and we'll be running production on the back end, probably myself and Adam, most likely, and controlling the game, making sure it moves along nice and smooth. And again, giving out big prize money for something like this, and just bringing that attention over, engaging the audience in something like this, especially with what I was showing you earlier on, regarding the participant feature, which shows live on screen. Will lend itself very much to this. We'll have the ability, obviously, to do long form games. So the main show will be more of your traditional length game with 26 wallets, but we'll also have like more short form ones that we'll be able to do, and do those throughout the week as well, which might specifically be more aimed at the audience, right? To give audience participation, use that participation feature, show that off, and reward them in real time. So like that's kind of the ultimate idea. But I'm loving this, Sean. I'm loving the whole twist with the whales and the wallets, and having different whales instead of just like the banker and that's it, and just building it out in AI is going to be super slick, dude. I can't wait to see it.
Yep. 1 second, Mr. PM. I'm actually messaging something here real quick.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, no worries. I can talk shit for a minute longer.
well, I'm messaging you something.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Did I? I hope I didn't let something slip now. In the back room chat.
No, you didn't.
Okay,
I'm saying something. Again, this is just a fun episode. I don't mind.
Yeah, no worries. That's fine. Yeah, we're not. Dead air is fine in this episode. It's totally fine. Promise. But yeah, and here's another good opportunity here. Let's cut the commercial, quick. No, I'm kidding. But we have made another commercial. So we obviously that commercial that you have seen at the start is one that we're going to be running on X. 30 seconds. Been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. I know Adam was doing it with Grok, because if anybody's been paying attention to X, their whole marketing and ads campaign stuff is kind of taking a bit of an overhaul. It's getting much more AI centric, and trying to make sure that we make things that tie into that algorithm as much as we can, so the content that we are making adheres to the best, to give it the best chance possible when it does go on X. Now, you saw the one earlier. I'll show it again here in a little bit. It'll probably be at the end, but that one is specifically aimed at streamers, which we're pushing for right now, which is kind of it's kind of a hot meta right now. Streamify, I guess you could call it, and that's aimed at them. But we'll also be making ones that are like targeting specifically like DJ culture, and then we'll make ones that are targeting like developers specifically. But this is a long form version of one that I will trim down to about 30 seconds. That kind of aims more at developers and like launch control and stuff to do with the ICO feature and the ability to like tailor your own launch specifically if you want to be able to do the public-private ICOs, this and that, or else just do standard regular launch. We'll offer it all. We bundle launch options, like the whole lot. Anything you can do, we'll have a feature for you to be able to do it. But this one is focusing on kind of devs more so. So check it out.
Okay, everyone, prepare for launch. And we are live. Current wallet count?
2143 and growing, Doctor.
Great. Let's start by injecting some liquidity. Give ourselves a fighting chance here.
Market cap holding steady.
Dex ads are live.
Nice work. Let's run KOLs in T-minus 10 minutes.
Yes, Doctor.
Doctor, we've had a substantial sell-off.
Well, sucks to be then, now doesn't it? Administer 20 cc's of volume, stat, and increase mind share across social media. Let's put that community to work.
Right away, Doctor.
Market cap increasing dramatically, Doctor.
Dip has been neutralized.
Looks like our little friend is going to make it. Great job, everyone. You make this look easy. Launch your token with surgical precision on lunarpump.fun. Now, with embedded live streaming using some of your favorite trusted platforms.
Awesome. Yeah, so that's one of the other ads that we're going to be running, and like I said, I'm working on some other ones over there too.
Also, keep the guessing coming in. I see people starting to guess the name of the show. Keep them coming in.
Ooh, might there be a tip for someone if they got it right, or are we just let's see how it plays out. And if you want a chance to win something and avail of this awesome tip functionality, obviously it's in its infancy right now. It's just a quick stress test, but you can receive tips. You can also send them. But if you want to be a new chance, go to lunarpump.fun and set up your account. Get into the live stream over there. Let me pull it up in the window here. I think that's showing. Can you see that? Or maybe not. Can you see that on
Wait,
screen?
hold on. Wait, I'm just seeing the game show.
Okay.
There we go. If you're trying to go back to Lunar Pump.
There we go. So here we are. This is Lunar Pump Live. Oh, shout out Zero Boss is king of the galaxy right now. Lunar Pump Live. We're there. Chunks there. Dino Roar. Don't Bond Me. Shout out to all you guys as well, all the hardcore community members, guys. Like, obviously, this is early days here for us, so like we need people in there being active, getting that hero section going, getting those live streams going. We want to make this like a nice bustling area here, so that's why we're doing what we're doing. I'm planning on doing some live streams too, where I teach people how to make content, just to kind of keep that ticking over as well. So anybody, shout out to you guys, but come on over to get some live streams going. If you know some friends, get them to jump into and do it. But yeah, if you do want to get involved in this, come over here and go in and find Lunar Pump Live wherever you can find it. This is the streams right here. And once you pop in here we are live. Get into the chat. Now, sometimes it needs a little refresh. I know I was having some issues a little earlier too. I couldn't see the chat for some reason, but once you do get in there, I'll give it a quick refresh here. Hopefully it works this time. Is it showing up for you, Sean?
Yeah, everything's working for me. Also, up to 120 viewers across all platforms. 25 of them on on
I
Little
think,
Pump. So very
I,
solid.
yeah, I think I'm having an internet issue here too. It's a little slow. I
Yeah,
can see this
it's all
loading issue.
working. It's all
Yeah,
working.
maybe you show yours there so instead because I can't see the chat in mine. So it'd be better. I'll pull mine down here and you just pop yours up.
All right.
I'm not going to reset my router right now, so I'm like, fuck it.
Yep, there we go.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, if anybody does want to get involved, get over here, set up your account in here, and get in the chat. Say what's up. You might get a Solana tip direct into your wallet. This is the feature that we're pushing and promoting at the moment, and it's all going to be looking fine and dandy come Friday.
Now keep in mind you are having to refresh to keep up with the chat. Sometimes the names do disappear, but it's a known issue that is coming with the next update. We knew when we launched it a couple of days ago that it was going to have that issue, but we really wanted it live for Moon Monday. So that's
we
why.
wanted everybody to set up their profiles. Yep. Give them a week to just at least get your profile set up anyway for a big push.
Yep. Yeah, we again keep in mind we don't have billions of dollars like Pump Fund. They probably have like internal testing groups to do all their stuff. Basically, you guys are our testing groups. So yeah, that's why we always put things out to you guys after we test it. But there's only 4 to 6 of us testing it. So it gets really tested when we push it out to you guys.
Yeah, and it's worked like just pushing this out because, like I said, once we get to this this Friday kind of phase here when all of this stuff is like really, really dialed in, this little testing period is invaluable, right? Even just these couple of days to get it where we want to be and test it across the formats, like I said, and the layouts across multiple different phones and devices and things like that. It's crucial. And that's why we've been kind of holding back on any big kind of strong marketing effort or push just yet either, smart.
Yep. And also when Codename Soul or potentially someone may or may not have guessed the name in the chat goes live, we're really inviting other communities into this platform. So there will be people coming into our platform that have never been here before. So we want to make sure it's working perfect for that, which is why we're starting it now, even a couple weeks prior to the game show. But yeah, let's kind of kick it back to the game show. Let's see if we want to pull that up. Remove myself. Oh, we both removed me. all right. I'll let you do it.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So the contestant spun the wheel, and let's say he got our guy Rico. Rico is going to be the pure degen. I mean, he may come in with a crazy high offer. He may come in with a crazy low offer. You never know what you're going to get from Rico. He's going to probably be the most unpredictable one, but he's probably going to be the one that would actually throw out a crazy offer that might make you want to take it. Now, once you land on our guy Rico, what happens next? So once you land on your whale, the contestant is going to go ahead and pick one case. When they pick that case becomes theirs.
Wallet.
Sorry, need to really get it under control with that. So their wallet. Once they pick their wallet, it becomes their wallet for the entire show. Now they're not going to know what's in that wallet. Essentially, they're just going to be holding on to it. Now after that, they're going to go ahead and pick 6 wallets. Every time a wallet is opened, if it's $1, that one's gone off the board. If it's $200, gone off the board. $300 gone off the board. $20 gone off the board. And obviously, it starts showing a picture of what the odds of them are hitting that 1,000 is going to be. So at the end of those 6 picks, using those calculations, the whale is going to call in and make an offer. He's going to make that contestant an offer to where, hey, we're offering you $322. You can either take that money now or you can move on. And instead of deal or no deal, it's going to actually be blank or blank for what we're actually calling the game. And if they choose to go on at that time, we're going to go ahead and pick 5 more cases. Once those 5 cases are picked, they're all gone off the board, which will obviously change the terms. It may have made it to where it was better for the contestant or it may have been worse. So the next phone call may come in under or higher than the previous one, depending on what cases they pick. Let's say they decide to move on. You go to 4 cases. Then if they move on from that, you go to 3, 2, until ultimately the contestant either takes a deal or they decide to keep their case that they picked from the beginning. So just kind of all depends how it plays out. So that's going to be how the game's played. Now, once the contestant, game's over, they are going to get their money almost instantly to their wallet, if I'm not mistaken. So again, nothing's waiting for the DMs. It's all going to be set up ahead of time to automatically disperse. And that is going to be Codename Saul. It's going to be a really fun game. Again, we want to make it an event every single week. Get projects in here, talk about your projects, but in a fun way. Like I said, no one goes to AMA anymore. If you go to AMAs, I promise you it's all loaded with prize hunters. That's the only people there. The community doesn't necessarily go to AMAs a lot. They already know about the project. So just different things like that. So this just makes it fun and it gets people in, and it will no doubt get people over to the Lunar Pump Fun platform. And I honestly cannot wait for the first episode to
yeah, dude.
Let's go live. It's gonna be super fun. And like Mr. Pixel said, throughout the week, we did make shorter versions to where we can have less cases. To whether it's 26, so we can do smaller games with smaller rewards throughout the week, just to kind of make it fun, keep the live streams coming in, keeping people coming in from the audience. Maybe every Tuesday or something, we can pick. Maybe we can do like a $300 top prize, and on that day we pick someone from the Lunar Pump Fun platform. So a token that has launched on the platform, you come in for a chance to win that money, that you can potentially put towards your token. So who knows, Chunk? Maybe we can have you guys on board, Paul. Maybe we can have Don't Buy Me on board. So yeah, we'll go ahead and see what we're playing with. And we're also going to be setting it up too, because we understand that people that are contestants, you can speak. You don't necessarily have to show your picture. So I'll be live where you see my avatar. I'll be live. You'll be able to see me moving around, talking. If the contestant decides they don't want to be on video but want to talk, that's fine. They can use their avatar and just talk. Or we might have contestants that aren't comfortable talking either. So with that, we'll utilize our participant tab within the Lunar Pump Fun platform so that they can communicate via that tab. Because again, we don't want to shut the game off to people that aren't comfortable talking on camera or in an AMA type setting. Our game setting. So we will do that just to accommodate everyone, because we don't want someone to miss out all because they don't want to talk, because again, talking publicly isn't built for everybody. So yeah, that's a big part of why in my mind we have the participant section to let everyone participate.
Yeah, and it's it's a big it's a big feature, because it's a feature that like everybody is able to use as a streamer on our platform, right? So showing the capabilities of that is important on as big a scale as we can muster at any moment in time. So like definitely doing that, having those potentially shorter games, and who knows, maybe we can do a full game with somebody from the audience. You never know. Like you got options, So
yep.
And just and of course the ultimate goal is bringing people to the platform, right? Which is number one.
Yep.
In all of our books, right?
Yeah, I do want to say something to that. So we are going to start off with projects because we want to grow the brand. And a project developer coming on board, he's going to bring his community with him. So we are going to start off with project developers, but we do want to transition to where we can have episodes where holders come on. So they're not representing a project. They are strictly coming on with a chance to win $1,000 for themselves, or potentially more, depending on the success of the game. So yeah, now again, the developers first, because we want to get an audience, but there will be a point in time where, you might have to stake your Infineon tokens, because we are going to introduce staking onto the Lunar Pump platform. So maybe you have to stake a certain token, or we're going to have requirements for the people to actually get a ticket to be able to participate. So they can basically apply by meeting said requirements. You get a ticket. We randomly draw a ticket. That person will come up with zero cost to you. You just come up just like any game show, and you have a chance to win X amount of money, whatever that might be. So yeah, this is something that, I don't know about you guys, give honest opinions. We think it's going to be a hit. And it almost kind of came up like jokingly whenever the idea first came up. So it kind of evolved from just like a background joke to no, I think this is actually a great idea. So yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think. Everyone that I've passed it by, even the most critical people that say everything's a terrible idea, actually love the idea. So yeah, curious to know what you guys think.
Yeah. And I think it's it's a great way to tap in. It's a great way to get that audience engagement too. And it's an easy way for like people to get tipped in real time, and to earn rewards in real time. And another beautiful thing about it is the fact that when you're live streaming, on whatever YouTube, and let's say you have an audience over there and that's monetized for you over there, you can still keep that going. There's no extra expense. You just you drop your URL in here as a streamer on our end. It just picks that up. It overlays all our functionality on there, and you can get the best of both worlds. You can get tipped over here in crypto or whatever, and then you can get monetized for your advertisements over there. And eventually, like, once we grow this thing out, that will be a reality for monetization over here on this end too. So these are the progressions, right, through a software like this, which we'll eventually get to. But right now, humble beginnings. Let's get some streamers in. We're bringing Pear over. Shout out to the Pear crew if anybody's watching. Pear's going to be coming over. I'm hoping to have. I definitely have two. I got to talk to one more of the guys, but I'll certainly have someone coming over here doing karaoke, which is like live singing and stuff for people. So that'll be a live stream. We got another guy, Dan, who's beast. He's really talented. He's going to be doing like coaching and teaching people how to play musical instruments and do lessons like that. And I got another guy, Mojo. He can literally pick up any instrument at all and just like start playing, and he just hangs out and chills and does a cool live stream and interacts with the audience. So that's hopefully like 3 guys that I'm going to bring over from Pear that are going to start doing like live streams on there. If anybody out there knows any of their friends that live stream, or let them know about this. Like, if you can get tipped in real time, the more people we can bring over. And we want our community to be out there too. Tip each other. Even if I'm tipping you, tip me back, right? We're just trading, getting it going, getting the platform moving, getting that churning. So that's our ultimate goal here. So if you're down with the calls, like, just jump on board and tell your friends, and like anything you can. It all helps.
Yep. And if you're a streamer, you have a big audience, with the tipping feature, we take way less of a fee than YouTube. YouTube can take up to 70% from what I'm seeing. I don't have this on my channel. I'm not interested in people tipping me and stuff like that. So I've never actually played with it with my YouTube channel, but that's, from what I'm reading, that's insane.
70% is insane.
Yeah, I know TikTok does 50% roughly, which again, insane. They're going to take 50% of the tips. I understand taking something because, again, you're a platform, you have costs, you're allowing people to operate on that platform. So I'm obviously all for the platform making money, but to take more than half of the streamer's money, I think is a little crazy.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe that. When we were doing the research on that, I was like, holy shit, dude, that. I mean, that sounds insane. Anything like even 50, even half of it is insane, right? I mean,
100%, I agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, that's the standard, I guess, at this moment in time. But we're certainly not going to be taking anywhere near that, for sure. But it is a great revenue stream, right? And everything is going back in. It's not like it's going into anyone's specific coffers. It's like going into the company coffers to keep adding more and more features to this whole platform. Oh, and I think Adam did mention too, just to give people a quick look.
So real quick, Mr. P, I think it's Eric. So it's 20%, just to clarify. We're talking about percentages and I didn't even tell you. So the platform gets $2 for every $10 tip, essentially. Which, yes, before anyone asks, the NFTs get 5% of that.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
Blockchain income tokens. So yes, before anyone asks, if you hold a bit, you will get 5% of that 20%.
Yes, and then let me pull this up here. That's your live chat. Sorry, Sean. Right there. There is the chat that Sean was just referencing there. Live in lunarpump.fun. Go over there. Set up your accounts, peeps. This is all going to be looking super pretty come Friday for Infinity Friday. So we should be stacked and loaded. So get your account set up over there and get active. Start doing some stuff and help us build this bad boy. So I'm also going to just run through something here.
Hey, Mr. Pixel, let me
go ahead.
Let me see who's in everyone's King of the Galaxy. Lunar Pump Live is actually up to, again, this might be something we need to fix. We're up to 9.91% bonding curve because people have been buying since we've been live.
Oh, really? Damn.
And my King of the Galaxy is not reflecting. Is anyone else? Is Lunar Pump Live? Because it says 4.96 on my end.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is that way? Yeah, anyone?
Yeah, it's showing the same on mine. Yeah, it's showing the same on mine, I believe.
Okay.
So that needs to update.
Let me send that over. Because again,
Yeah.
I know there's some slight delay, so the dev may already be aware of that, but I do want to.
Yeah, that's important.
And yeah, so we're working with that. So Titan is saying he's got that malicious. It randomly happens, but majority of the time it doesn't. So we've done everything that Phantom has asked of us. We inputted the code that they require. So it shouldn't be happening at all. But for some reason, it's randomly happening. So we're trying to get that taken care of because everything that they ask has been met because there's a certain code that they require you to use that we weren't using. Our developer thought that what he was using was better, obviously, but obviously we conformed to what they were asking us to do. So you should be getting that never. But if I had to guess, you get it sometimes and sometimes you don't, right? Titan.
That's I believe that seems to be the issue that seems to be reported from most people. Sometimes it pops up, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm thinking that any new users that come probably won't see it. Maybe if you've kind of been in there since potentially the old build or since beforehand, it might be a little cache timing silly thing. Who knows? But we're kind of thinking that any new users that come won't see it. But again, we'll keep our eye on it. Strixie's aware of it. And and it's sometimes it can be different devices, so it's hard. It's trying to pin down exactly why it's popping. So we will be reaching out to them, if it persists here, and making sure that we get it rectified for sure.
Wait, hold on. I think I'm wrong. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's on me. So the market cap I think is right, 4.9. But I was looking at the bonding curve. It's 9.91% for the bonding curve.
Okay.
So, okay. That was my mistake, guys.
But I thought, I thought the bonding curve, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. But isn't the bonding curve the what would make you king of the galaxy, right? How close you are to that. So it should be, if the bonding curve is at 9, then you should be on top.
So let's see where zero boss. Let's see where they're at, because they're the king of the king. Yeah, okay. So for instance, Zero Boss is at 10.33% bonding curve, so they are higher than Lunar Pump Live.
Yes.
But go. Let's get Lunar Pump Live.
Yeah, it's not reflecting though. It's not reflecting accurately though. So that does need to be updated in real time.
Well, no, it is. So Zero Boss has a market cap of their market cap's 5. Yep, their market cap's right, I believe.
But their bonding curve is 10.33. That's what we focus on King of the Galaxy, not market cap, right?
So then yeah, we should be having market cap.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Zero Boss is actually King of the Galaxy based on the bonding curve.
Correct.
But, so do we want this right here to say the percent bonded or market cap?
Well, I think the percent bonded would make more sense to me, but we can talk about it, I guess. But for me,
it didn't
really
cross my mind until now. But Zero Boss is in fact,
like, that's the winning goal, right? Bonding is the goal, so I feel like the measurement should be in what.
Yeah, the only thing is that a lot of people like knowing market caps. But yeah, let us know, guys, what you guys think. Should it be bonded percent or should it be market cap? Because that was one thing that
both. Maybe we can fit both in.
True. But that was one thing I had to get through my head, was that people pay attention to market cap. That's what people look at.
Yeah. Or even maybe in that section there where the bar is running across, that it would just at least show the correct percentage there up top. See what that is?
Yep. Let's see.
Adam's hitting us up in the engine room here. What's this? Oh yeah, Adam said percentage bonded makes more sense because we have different bonding curves. And he sent me a new link for the UI build. Okay.
That's true.
But you could have both, because it says there are 517 of 50, right, on that top bit. But where it says progress to bond, maybe we should add a percentage in there. I think that'll make more sense. You could have both. Okay, give me one moment here. I'm getting this new link for us. Okay, all right. I'm going to pull this up. Adam was just sending this over to me here too, guys. I'm going to pull you down here for a second, Sean, and add this. So this is obviously what we're going to be looking at by Friday, but Adam did want me to show you guys. I need to connect my wallet here. This is where you'll be able to go in and set up your profile. And wallet connected. And this is what we wanted to show. Obviously, you will be able to turn live streams on and off to yourself so that it collapses and makes it a little tighter when people go to your token page. But what Ed wanted me to show you guys was the new terminal that's coming. Anybody that uses Axiom, Sean is a big Axiom advocate, of course. Lots of people use it. It's got some awesome features. But it's very similar to that. So we've decided, to make sure that we make things that people are familiar with. And again, when you're going through the bonding phase and when you launch live, this will never change. This will always be the same. And you can just buy and sell from right within here the whole time. You can select and set your quick buy options down here and edit them. Anything you want. 5, there we go. And correct. And then you set your amount in here. It's all in here. You can select which token you're going through, Bear or Solana itself. Set the amount that you want. You got your slippage down here that you can set. You can also quick set that at any time. And then you go ahead and you go your buy, you get your gas down here or whatever it is, your fees. And then you can also go to sell, pops up in red, all the same options. And then you also have that beautiful sell initials option that people love about Axiom too. So we're going to add all that in here as well, just to make it super familiar, easy to use for people, give them the features that they want, that they're used to. They did a good job. It's important.
It's such a cool feature. So it just makes it so convenient to take your initials out. No math, no nothing. Just boom, sell initials and you're golden.
Yeah, right. And it's looking great. I mean, shit, man, the UI is looking so sweet right now. I mean, I'm so happy with it. I can't wait for all of this to actually roll out. And again, turning on and off your live streams, stream on, tipping, the whole lot. It's all really coming together very, very nicely. Adam, if there's anything I have missed there, drop it in the comments and let me know. I think he was saying you can take IC to on, also show the live ICO. Okay. Let's put on. Yeah, so this is if an ICO is live, this is how it will look. If you go and somebody did run an ICO, this is how much is raised. Nice. Blah, it's looking really tasty. And you can share the ICO to X also with a straight click button.
That's what our girl OnlyFans will look like here shortly. Or not OnlyFans, sorry, Rose. Only Rose.
Only Rose.
OnlyFans.
Can swap between native and sol in the amount field. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. Adam is giving me in real time. We should just have had him on really to do this, but it's good. I want to learn this too. But yeah, you can swap between the tokens, native one or Solana, to get in on it. This is how much is raised, 30 of the 65. And you can see all the different prices here. The launch price is max per wallet, 1.5 sol, time remaining. And these are all the settings within, of course, the ICO feature itself from in here when you do go to set something like this up. It's not bringing me into that right now to set it up. But yeah, you can go in there and you make all these settings in real time if it's on. This is if it's live, but if it's ended, that's what you'll see. And you can still trade it right there. But yeah, I mean, another awesome feature, another way that people can tailor their launch, like we showed you in that ad, right? It's surgical precision with your launch. Set your wallet amount, set the amount of wallets, set the duration, set your bonding curve, all those things. Or just like you can see right here, you go straight to the home page and you can just do your straight launch, and there'll be a bundle option in there as well if that's what you want to do. So yeah, providing all the options, man. That's the goal here. That's the ticket. But as of today, of course, the main push is to steal that little bit of market share. Sean is to kind of get in on the meta, add features to the live stream, which it is right now, and then hopefully capture some of that market share, and the game show use that as a vehicle to get it in, show what's possible, all these things.
Yep, and this game show is just the beginning. Joe is going to have his own game show. We potentially have other streamers that are going to kind of have maybe potentially official games that they're going to be hosting for us. So yeah, this is something that we're going to be doing regularly to get people in. Like we said, I'll probably be doing multiple episodes of my game show per week. Obviously, the big one will be on. It may be Wednesday, around this time, what we're doing right now, just because kind of falls in the middle of Infinity on Friday and Moon Monday. But yeah, it's gonna be a continued push to get people on the platform. via the game shows. And again, speaking of projects to bring on, first off, there's no downside for the project. It costs them nothing to come on. But yeah, there's some pretty big projects that that I know, and then Merck knows some even bigger ones, to be honest. That again, no downside. But we want to work out the kinks before we get like any if we had a possibility to get like a top 20 crypto or something on, we definitely want to make sure that everything's working perfectly for that.
Yeah, so we'll be, as we're building out the game show itself, of course. We want to make sure that we put it through rigorous testing, because when we do actually go and do a full live stream and we have a big project on there, spotlights on, Sean's going to be sweating. We want to make sure it all works nice and dandy.
Yep. And then to recap, the contestant comes up, they spin a wheel, they get one of 3 whales, or potentially the 4th option where any one of the whales can call in. And then also keep in mind, throughout the game, a whale can also call in at any point. They don't have to wait for the cases to be selected. They can do an impromptu call for whatever reason. But once their whale is selected via the spin, you're going to go ahead and pick your wallet. That wallet's going to stay with you. And then you're going to pick 6 wallets. Then you will get an offer from the whale. 5 wallets, offer from the whale. 4, 3, 2, until you're eventually down to accepting an offer or your wallet. So it's just a quick recap of exactly how the game's going to work for the big one. Again, obviously, when we do lesser cases, those numbers will be played around a little bit with. Obviously, it won't be as many cases before each call. But yeah, that's how the main episode of Codename Soul is going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited for it, dude. Friday can't come fast enough. And I just can't wait to really see this, the whole tipping thing kind of take off, and the streaming and the, that just adding to that level of audience engagement, dude. I'm excited to see what comes of it. And of course, obviously, like Sean said, games like this, bringing in big communities. I mean, anybody that launches a token here will have access to this gaming, not this specific game, but a gaming feature that will allow and encourage and help people to do this, right? To interact with the audience, to tip them, to reward them, to get tipped, and hopefully, of course, like all of that generates great volume on our platform. The tipping feature is going to be a huge volume generator for us. So, the more people we can get in, and as Sean said, initially bringing in big communities, having access in. And if anybody knows too of a big community that you think would be, excited to do something like this, obviously, there could be whatever, $1,000 or more, hopefully, as we kind of grow this thing out, for the potential winner that would go back into a project. Like, that's a lot of money to go and help a project move forward. You know what I mean? And it can be spent very wisely, and you can get a lot done with it. So, just having that opportunity, like Sean said, it's not going to cost anybody anything, but you've got a lot to gain. And there's you can even gamify who's going to do it, right? I'm sure most communities have like big prominent members within them, have a vote in your community who you want to send up to like play in the game show, all that kind of thing. There's loads of ways we can do this. There's loads of ways it can benefit so many people, and so many communities and projects. And again, we'll be doing other ones where it'll be audience interaction, and you don't have to come up, but it'll be like just people that follow this show, people that follow us, and giving them an opportunity to win a prize as well and play direct from the chat, right, using our features. So we want to show all that stuff off.
Yep. So quick question, who's everyone's favorite whale? You got Magnus, you got Dominic, or you got Rico? Let us know in the chat. Who is the favorite whale?
All right, well, we know who yours is, Sean.
I love Rico. I mean, I respect Dominic for sure. Magnus, I get it. I get the conservative view. But yeah, Rico's gonna be our fun guy. That's who I'm gonna be pulling for to get the wheel spin for sure.
Well, I think that's probably who most people are going to be looking for. Rico Suave, yeah.
But keep in mind, Rico can in fact throw you a crazy, stupid low offer too. So he's a DJ. You don't know. So while he can throw you a crazy high offer, he can also throw you a crazy low offer. So keep that in mind.
And if you're not kind of doing some kind of math yourself in your head, like you could get stumped by that and be like, ugh, and slip up. So like, you got to kind of have your finger on the pulse as well at the same time. Like I love that randomized element. I have to say, I do really like Magnus, and I think the main reason is because I designed him, and he's got like a kelp mustache that he has in his mouth, and I just think he looks kind of cool. He's like he's got those
he does look
penguin
cool.
vibes and stuff,
He does look pretty cool. I'll give you
right?
that.
But yeah, of course, obviously, then he'll be the more conservative one, but again, maybe if you're not down for the whole reckless thing and you want to have a nice safe steady game that you like you remain calm and stay in control, hey, maybe you might want Magnus, maybe you're happy to do that, right? So it kind of all depends, right? If you want to go crazy, or you can obviously then, like we said, you can get a mix of all three. Now that'd be fun. I think that'd probably be the most fun one of getting whoever. And
I like all three. I think all three is going to be cool, but we don't want obviously we're not, but we don't want to make that the standard. We want it to be very suspenseful on who you're going to get.
Yeah,
very cool way to start the game.
And I'm thinking too, we can bring in like, some kind of a Kevin O'Leary whale, right? Or something like that, kind of celebrity versions of whales,
celebrity,
right?
like maybe like celebrity co-host every now and then.
Yeah, or a new whale in the wheel, right? Instead of the combo, it could be like like I said, Kevin O'Leary or one of those sharks.
Yeah, maybe we can have a Michael Saylor or something like
that.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Fun.
We'll make a whale version of them, and then they'll have their own specific characteristics, and be a bit of fun. Add another little element of randomization to it. So, but yeah, I'm so excited for it, man. I cannot wait. We got any more questions flooding in there? Our viewership's looking pretty good. We're like 108 here plus whatever else we got. Where are we at right now?
Viewership solid. So we're sitting around the 120-ish range, nice. Which that's solid for a impromptu episode.
Yeah, appreciate all you guys so much. There's so much goes into doing this, and like you just jump in front, because no one was expecting this. No one was expecting this massive UI change. No one was expecting a game show to pop up. No one was expecting a lot of these features, but we've all learned over time when you're in the space for many years, you just got to pivot. Metas change, and they can change in a heartbeat. Like that's why people say all the time that, and I know you can relate to this, Sean, that like, a day in crypto is like a fucking month, and that is true, and you got to be able to pivot. You got to be able to like, add these things and get them done quick and try to capture these things. Because like I said, 0 to 1, that's where we need to get ultimately. And that's the most difficult part. So once we do that, and in order to do that, we got to capitalize on metas, right, Sean? I mean, it's important.
And I mean, I think we can, with the platform that we built, I mean, we've taken it up to a whole new level compared to where, because again, we were just focused on getting the product out. Once it was out, I mean, we obviously pivoted, and we honestly, I mean, we went tenfold with the up in the scale of what the product actually looks like. And yeah, I mean, the ultimate goal is 1%. But I think if we can get to that 0.5 to that 1%, I mean, I see it being more of an avalanche. I think that we definitely can get more attention with the features. We always look at what Pump Fun is doing. And then when we see what they're doing, we try to up it a notch. We try to go one step above them, like the streaming, where we're offering tipping and tipping in reverse as well, which was something that we upped the game with that. Yeah, we're hosting an official game show from the site itself, not just some random person streaming, but an official game show from Lunar Pump. And again, what other token launchers have the founders of that launch pad live multiple times a week, hosting game shows? It's gonna be a good time. We can make a CP whale. Why not?
And that's not what you're thinking. No, CP is a guy in our chat. He's one of the whales in our chat, just in case, because I know CP stands for something else too. And no, that's not what we're talking about. But yeah, he's a big whale in our group.
I wasn't even thinking that, but yes, CP is one of our whales.
Just in case anybody was getting some mixed signals there, that could look really bad. But you know what? I'm gonna fucking do that. I'm gonna make a CP whale that we can throw in here from time to time, popping in and out. Hey CP, I gotta get a full profile on you, bro. Let me know what's up. I'll build you out I'll immortalize you as whale status amongst codename Saul. And as well, anybody that's kind of jumping in, we appreciate you guys, so much. Thanks for jumping in and checking us out. We're going to continue to be ramping this up. Who knows what we're going to come up with next? And of course, with the power of AI, is you can make things happen really, really quick. And we got a really solid team here that, can turn on a dime, let's say, and get something out and get something like concepted up really quick and get it out the gate pretty quick. So like, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking at feedback. We're going to be looking to innovate as much in the space. We're going to be looking to track metas and capture them, offer things related to those metas on our platform that we think will entice people over. And that's kind of our main ultimate goal. And of course, something that we always forget is, we are a multi-chain launcher. Right now, we're just on Solana, and this is how it looked too. This is something to kind of overlook, and this is one thing that I really love. This is how you'll see it. But, we will also have we have had up until now, but just since we wanted to push this whole new UI, we want to make sure Solana was solid, but the other chains are getting worked on at the moment and going to get those up to speed. Of course, Infineon is our own chain over there. The beast that is what all this spawned from is the Infineon blockchain. That's our main launcher. And of course, you have the big ones, right? You got BSC, you got Base, and we will also have Ethereum then once that comes around. But I really love like this design here where it fills out the background for you, so you always know what chain you're on. It's never a doubt. So if you are into launching on Base or ETH or Binance or Infineon or whatever, it kind of keeps you in that nice zone. And of course, like our big push recently was definitely Solana, right? That was the big push. It's the king of meme tokens. We want to offer a token launcher that brings all of that. And we always create some cool, awesome content to go and try and promote this stuff. But again, once we are all dialed in here with the new UI, we're going to be like pushing this really, really hard. But this is our Solana promo. Check it out. Sniping the snipers, baby. You can do that. You can do that.
Yeah.
Here. You can snipe those motherfuckers.
Yep. But yeah, guys, we've been going for a solid almost hour and 10 minutes.
Oh shit!
Any last minute questions in? We'll be shutting it down soon. Yeah, been really fun. We'll try to do this every week, at least once a week. Like I said, once our game show goes live, we'll have an even bigger opportunity to be more than just a hangout. To actually do more lives, because streaming from the platform as much as possible is always going to be a huge benefit for just the platform itself. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and shut it down, Mr. P. Final word.
Final last words. Keep it up, guys. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Thanks for all the support. This ain't easy out here, but we are trying. We're giving it everything we got. Your support is just so valuable. Thanks for tuning in. And number one encouragement this week or before Friday, please, in the meantime, I know it's not looking exactly how it is. It's a test phase, but go over there and get your profile, get your name in there, and just have your PFP or your profile at least set up and a wallet connected, so that you can come in and you can get involved in that live chat immediately on Friday. We will encourage people to do the course at the start of the show, but just to get prepped, it'd be nice to see some people in there. And whatever other streams, keep an eye for more impromptu streams. And of course, I'll bring up these banners here real quick just to let people know. We got Moon Monday, we got Infinity on Spaces going, we got Lunar Pump Radio Thursday with Papa, we got Infinity on Friday, which is coming up, Lunar Pump Radio tomorrow with Papa. If anybody wants to get on that show, of course, tag him at Pop. I'm not sure exactly what his handle is, but to read it out now, but it's Papa Stonks. Most people watching probably know, but he's hosting that over there. That's another vehicle that we use to try and bring people on over into the platform as much as possible. But loads coming all the time. But yeah, for this week up until for the next day or so, get some friends, get them over. There'll be some prizes coming out Friday. All of this will be updated, and it's going to be a fun time.
Yep. And as Mr. Pixel said, we have Lunar Pump Radio tomorrow. We have Infinity on Friday with myself, Mr. Pixel, and Squid Grow Joe coming up Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. But that is going to do it for today's episode. I'm DeFi Sean. That is Mr. Pixel. And until next time, trade safe.
Imagine being able to tip your favorite live streamer with crypto, and every tip went straight into their wallet in real time. Now imagine they could also return the favor. Streamers can now highlight participants, run games and competitions, and reward their audience in real time, live in chat. Tip live, get rewarded instantly. Only on Lunar Pump. Visit lunarpump.fun. Live streaming has truly gone Web3.